Alright guys, what's up? I'm back again. It's your boy, Nasim. And here's a really good one today. This one's going to be about maintenance calories. And the thing is the question I have for you is how do we know that we are at maintenance calories? Okay, this is a big thing. Is it when our weight is stable? Is it when we no longer feel hungry anymore? Is it when the scale kind of stops? Is it time to bulk, or are we going? Am I still feeling hungry, or what's going on after the diet, right? Because we know our body is crazy after a diet, right? And we want to know this, how we actually know that we are at maintenance calories. And the reason why I'm going over this is because I'm actually going through this right now. Because this is what happens after a diet. You have to figure out your maintenance. And it's not necessarily as easy as plugging numbers into a calculator when you have your new body, all right? Even if you were about to start your diet, it still can be tricky trying to figure out your maintenance calories. I remember a diet that I did last year, and I thought my maintenance was at 3,000-ish calories, and I took away maybe 650 or 700 calories, and I still was not losing weight. So even though I'm advanced, even for me sometimes, it can be very hard to know whether you are at the top end of your, I should say the top end of your maintenance calories, because remember, maintenance is a range, all right? It can be, I would say, for example, like anywhere from 3,000 to 3,500 calories. That's a range. It's never an exact number. The body is dynamic. It is continuously changing, equal to the amount of movement you do, right? Your NEAT, just your body in general, having a new body. A lot of things come into play when we talk about maintenance, all right? That's why you have to keep an eye on this, like your life depended on it. This is why I always encourage having a scale. Yes, the mirror is fine. Yes, your clothes are fine. You can measure from those parameters, but I always suggest always have a scale. Always have a scale in the bathroom. Always have a scale in your bathroom, man. You're gonna need it. So what is the best way to kind of not even predict your maintenance, but to actually know on point? This is how I'm doing it right now. Since I just ended my diet around the end of the holidays. So the end of December, I stopped my diet. So ever since that point, I've been adding in calories, all right? A little bit each week. So this is what I'm going to do. This is what I am doing. So this is called kind of like, you can call it a lot of things. A building phase, a mini bulk, a reverse diet, but all in all, they're all kind of like the same thing. Really, kinda, all right? And then remember, when you are doing a reverse diet, which I did a video on that a couple of days ago, make sure to check that out. However, if you're doing a reverse, there are different goals. So the reverse can come in many different fashions. There's many different ways to do the reverse because everybody has a different goal. My goal, when I'm doing my reverse, I'm just trying to get my calories as high as possible without putting on body fat, right? Body fat and or weight. That's my goal. Everybody's goal is going to be different in a reverse. And then you apply all the tools to get the goal that you want. All right. So being at that, my goal is so let's do it on my goal. My goal is to get my calories as high as possible without putting on fat. How do we make that work? This is how we do it. So since I'm adding in the calories every week, I would say 50-ish to 100. The first week I added 200 because I was diet fatigued. And then I just held that for about 3 weeks. Let my body get used to that. And then I threw in probably 100. And now I'm throwing in a little under 100, like 60 to 80. The easy way to do this is just to add in a 1 piece of bread or 1 egg. That's the easiest way to do it, all right? So as I'm adding in the energy, the food, I wanna make sure that my weight is staying stable. I know when my weight starts to jump, that means we're gaining fat. Now, remember, when you add in food after a diet, it's gonna be more sodium just naturally from the food that you are ingesting, and you might be so fatigued that you're actually adding more sodium onto your food as well. So keep that in mind. That can have the scale jump up just a little bit, which happened to me. And I knew my sodium intake was high because I was super fatigued from the diet. So you tend to crave more salty foods when you're super fatigued and kind of dehydrated from a diet. You will notice that after a long diet and doing lots of cardio. That will happen. So my weight did hop up 1 week, but it's leveled back out. And I knew it probably was the salt and the more food, in the gut, the glycogen is getting filled, the muscles are getting filled, everything is starting to puff out, the veins are coming out more. That's how you know it's working. And you want to make sure the scale is stable. And like I said, it can hop up a pound, that's fine. And the next week it'll probably go back down and everything we're good to go. But let's just say your weight goes 1 week, it's 170. And then this is why you take the scale weight every day. If your weight starts going 170, 172, 174, 175, 176 throughout that week, that's when you know what then happens. The food that you put in that last week, take it out. It's that simple. Or if you're not worried about fat gain, you can just leave it there and wait to see if the next week if it goes back down. Like I said, this thing is like it is hit or miss. It is real. You have to be so it's like a biology science test, man. You know what I'm saying? It's like a science test, man. It really is. You really got to be into it. You really got to be taking notes on how you're feeling, how you perform in the gym, and how your body feels, how fatigued you are, your hunger cues. It is a lot, man. It's like you got to be like a scientist, man. Taking notes, everything. This is what it is to look a certain way. You got to be doing everything. You got to calculate, write down everything. Take those apps out. Fat Secret, Nutrition X, Fitness, MyFitnessPal. Take all these things out. Calculate everything for the week. Plan your meals. Prepare them ahead of time, a day or a week. And I prefer to do it just a day in advance. Some people do it like a week in advance. I don't want to make all that food. I will prepare my food the day before. That works for me. So after I eat breakfast, then I will prepare my breakfast for the next day. That's how I do it. All right, guys. So I hope that answers all the questions. If not, hit me in the comment section. Let me know if I didn't touch on something, and I'll touch on it. If you have any questions on maintenance and how to know that you're at maintenance, we could talk about it. So yes, make sure the scale don't be scared though to add food. It's scary after a diet to add in food. I know it's scary because you don't want to balloon back up. but you have to get your calories back up. They must come back up. And if you want to get to the top end of your maintenance, right? So maintenance is usually your body weight times 15, anywhere from times 15 to times 20. So we want to get it on the high end as possible. We want to try to get our body weight times 20. That takes time. That's a reverse diet. That's slow. That's adding a small amount of calories every week. That takes precision, work, mental, clarity, decisions. Like I said, like a scientist, man. You gotta be like a surgeon. So that's how it works, man. I'm out of here. This is a little bit longer than I wanted to make it, but talk to y'all later, man.